Well, it seems like the political winds of change are blowing in Bitcoin's favor, and with that comes a tsunami of gauge, a $20 trillion tsunami of gauge. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea, hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's pianomattyb. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning TA. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets where the sun's shining, where the wind's blowing. All the humble opinion of this piano. Zamboni bringing the The FOMO index has dropped to 51 from yesterday's 53. Bitcoin dominance is 53.4%. 24-hour volume is 53 billion. The overall market cap, 2.31 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, after one of the most boring Junes we've seen since, last June, July has gotten off to a bullish start, but we talked about this, so it should have come as no surprise to anyone in this boutique community when Bitcoin price action, well, she had a little pump.
Hey, where's the beat? I don't think there's anybody back there.
We need to keep pumping up to our old channel of dissension support, now also acting as resistance, up at Siggity 2.3, where we'll also get some pushback from the 20 moving average. My heartbreakingly bullish outlook would be to scale these Fibonacci levels back up, first being the Siggity 1.8% fib up at Siggity 2.3, which is also a resistance level, back on the old 4-hour chart. And if we really get some bullish, feverish fervor, maybe, just maybe, we can restore price to the 50% fib up at Siggity 4.1. And Lord love a dog if she didn't do just that. After pumping up to our old channel of dissension support, the 20 moving average did push back, sending price down until June ended its brutal run, giving way to July's sunshine smile, pushing price action back up and picking out at Siggity 8.9, and has pouted back down to a time of production, Siggity 2.6, placing us up and over the 20 and the 50 moving average, and in the middle-ish area of our channel of eternal monotony, carving out this cute little bull flag, and the price probability of this pattern is N. Sing it with me now. Oh, you take the pole, you slide it all, breakout point, and then we're all at Siggity 6K-ish. Is that a daddler? Yes, it is. Seems the 20 moving average has crossed bullish over the 50. Last time we saw this cross was almost exactly 1 month ago, when saw price action carve out a 4.5% upside. And where would a 4.5% upside take us from here? Well, that would be heavens to Murgatroyd, Siggity 6K-ish. So there's double word bullish score at that level. Now over on the ding dong, you can see we did hold the support level real proper like, and even threw a wick up to the 20 moving average, which is also the 50% fib, before getting some pushback and are currently hovering around the bottom area of our channel of eternal monotony. Is that another daddler? board. Yes, it is. 2 for Tuesday on the DAs. Looks like the MACD is about to cross back bullish, and the last time she crossed bullish was back on May 14th, where we saw a subsequent 17% rally. And where would a 17% rally take us to? Well, that would be way up at 73.9, high-fiving and flirting with the all-time highs. Quick look at the Wookiee. Sees we did close the candle red, but not before carving out this cute little hammer candle. These hammer candles signal continued upside moving forward into this swing. Bullish goals for this chart would be to see price action get up and over our channel of eternal monotony support, now acting as resistance at 65.4. And if she's so darn tootin', close the candle at or above 66.5, which would carve out a nice bullish engulfing candle and signal all those lonely, lost robot quant bots that the whirlwind romance with the summer-loving bull market is officially back on. And would you look at that, my friends? The sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth. A day none of us are guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days, but we're lucky enough to have anyway. So get out there and knock them dead. And remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected leads. That's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. And we'll be going live right away, so grab yourself a coffee. Join me for a quick one, and by all means, sing it with me now. Or on the banks of boom to spang, Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey, whoa. Whirlwind summer loving romance starts today, July. Historically, July is a pretty good month for the legacy TARD-FI stock market. So if we're what I think happens is that when sentiment gets low, like it is now, has been for a while, we start to marry the legacy TARD-FI stock market again. And then when sentiment rages, which it will in a bit, then we depart and we divorce from the legacy TARD-FI stock market. So right now, we are going back into a somewhat of a consolidation and a tandem in concert relationship with the legacy TARD-FI stock market, which is good because if it does have a rally, July generally has a little bit of a rally for the S&P 500, then we might hitch a ride up and take us back to potentially all-time highs. That's the funny thing about sentiment these days is that when it's low, it's low. And it's so low that everyone's like, that's it. It's she's over. That's it. And then, we have a rally day. And, like if we were to go back up to 66K. Oh, snap. We say thanks in our own way. Singing to the Sultan who bought decals off eBay outside. Sultan of Salt, place those decals with a massive assault. Yeah, and if you are on the Discord, which I encourage you to do, I believe old Dutchie put it up there, the Discord, you can see people putting these stickers all over the place. It's funny. We'll look back at this summer of putting these stickers everywhere, and we'll have a pretty good laugh next summer. Thank you for the super chat, Squeaky McGee. Thank you for your efforts with the stickers too. It's a fun little game. Fun little game watching those Wicks, Wick and Wick's wife out there putting those stickers up. So yeah, Wick's wife is talking about the Caribbean. Yeah, I wonder. I haven't seen Johnny December around. I wonder if his internet's out. I see his Twitter. He's on X every now and then. So I don't know. We'll see if you're watching this, Johnny December, sometime today. Leave a comment saying, "Hey, we're okay. We're okay." Bobby Klimp, link for the stickers. Yes, I think we did. I think Wick or Squeaky McGee just put it up. But Squeaks, if you're in there, maybe put the link up for the stickers for Bobby K down in the comment section. I was actually thinking yesterday as I was sitting in my chair, looking out the window, doing absolutely nothing for the first time, and I don't know. I rarely do nothing, and when I do nothing, I actually do nothing. I just sit there. It was Canada Day, so I guess that's a holiday, so to speak. Nothing really happening. Nothing changes for me, but it's a holiday. Hey, it's okay. Relax. It's a holiday. So I give it a good shot. Trying to relax. And I was thinking back to the poker days and how much. If you don't know, I had this poker company called S&M Custom Poker Tables, where we made poker tables, really nice. Custom made. We could put the decals on or put whatever you wanted on the felt, etc., etc. But we also ran poker tournaments, and then we played poker because we are kind of known as the poker guys in this city for a while. And I met a lot of poker players, all basically degenerates, right? I never met. I only knew one poker player that wasn't a degenerate, but he was a degenerate. Like by poker standards, he wasn't a degenerate. But by normie standards, he was a huge degenerate because he would basically play poker as soon as he was done work. He'd be playing poker with 4 tournaments going. That sounds excessive, but it really isn't that excessive when you think about a real degenerate. But I was thinking about the concept of low and high time horizons or preferences and how it develops through poker. Now, hold on tight here, because I may get I can see into the future how this can be confusing, but I developed the low time horizon through playing poker for a couple of reasons. A, your time horizon is hours, so that doesn't sound like a lot in the big scheme of thing, but when you sit down at a table, you can seriously be there for 8 to 12 hours, sometimes 16 hours, and in the big scheme of thing of the session, that is a low time horizon. You're there looking out in the future. But what happens is that the high time horizon, the wanting to make quick cash, starts to F with you, and you start looking for intuition and gut reactions, which is never a good strategy. It's like gut and intuition is almost like hope, and if you play poker for any amount of time, you get to whittle down the probabilities of your hand winning. And you get to understand where this card is based on how many cards are out. So you have the flop, and then you have the turn and the river, and each 3 movements of the Hold'em, Texas Hold'em, that is, changes the probabilities. And when you have a high time horizon, meaning you want to win that pot, I can't wait another, I want to win it. You start getting rid of your math. You start negating your probabilities, even though well, now that turn came, it reduced my probabilities of winning this hand from 60 to 40. But you're like, oh, but I feel like, the gambler's fallacy. The odds are I'll eventually win. It's been a long time since I got that turn that really turned my game around. That high time preference is starting to F with you, and then you lose your stack. I've seen it a million times. Now, the low time horizon is developed as you play other people, so to speak. So when you're sitting there and you see someone with a high time horizon, this is like, to me, it was the indicator that they actually wanted to lose. right? Because they were negating the probabilities. I could see them taking some risky, when they would show their cards too, and you're like, you didn't even have the turn. So you basically gambled these last two moves and you won. Great. That's perfect, because once they win that, now they're addicted to the high time horizon, high time preference, and they're going to do it again. And at that point, the low time horizon, sitting back there in the weeds, waiting for your probabilities to get as high as possible, will eventually take all their chips, right? So they will eventually lose due to their high time preference, and that's where we're sitting at now in the market. We are desperately wanting some moves. We want all-time highs. We want to see the green candles come up. And that's very high time horizon. Please, that's so boring. I get it. But it's the low time horizon that will always. Oh, look at the comments are all screwed up. See, this is that Google or the Chrome thing. It's just always ridiculous. I can do that. That's a little better. There we go. The low time horizon is what will get us through this. Now, July. Historically, Q3 is a little bit of a, it's not as down as the Q2 is always kind of a stinker. But Q3, we start to amp up. However, it is mitigated with the fact that all the psychos are in the Hamptons on the beach, having their beach parties with the adrenochrome. And so they're not really looking at the markets. They probably are, but they put down the adrenochrome, they got their iPad or whatever, they're just keeping an eye, but they're not making those big moves. So we do have, I believe, that scoop that we looked at in come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that going to do it? There we go. We looked at in the 4-hour chart. We kind of drew it in right here. This was the scoop I was hoping to see, but we basically overshot it. And now we may be coming back on. So what we could do here, you can see I'm going to keep these here. Can I see another? Just a series. I don't know what this called. There's a name for this. I used to do it back in the day. Come on. And then it does it. So we have these channels that we could follow, and now we've come up against this a little bit. Best case scenario, there's little confluence events coming right here. Where is this? This is 64.4-ish. Right around this area, we should get some. What is that? A spaghetti chart? Holy line. Yeah, I know. It's just getting worse and worse. I like to keep them up there just so we can reference what we thought price action would go to. Now, right here, up here, we thought we would kind of curl up and start ranging back up again. But we broke. We thought, oh, there's no more sellers here. The buyers will come in, right? The buyers will come in. They didn't. Sellers came in. And down we went. And so you might say, if we were to follow this and we have no action, no buyers coming in, it's just the same old doldrums. Well, one might argue that we could bounce off here, come back here, retest the port, which would also be this channel of ascensions support. We have double support here. But if we break it, then we're going to get back into here. And this one, as far as I'm concerned, on the 4-hour chart, 67.7 to 38.2% fib. Can you see that? Yeah, right there. That is the next real level of bullish prowess. That's when the quant bots will be like, must buy, follow this, execute, algorithm buy. That's what we'll see. Until then, we're just going to be sputtering about what I was actually, this is what I don't like about this bull run, is that if you look back over here, what date was this? This was April 1st. We basically had 4 weekly red candles with a little nothing green and then another decent red candle. It's 5 out of 6 weeks in a bull market with red candles. It just doesn't happen. Go look back at your old bull market, see if you can find see if you can find 4 red candles, right? So historically, this has never happened, and it should give us pause, and we should maybe, Mister, give us a tune, Maddie. We should maybe think about what type of bull market this is. And when a lot of people say that this is things are different now. Okay, well maybe things are so different. The law of diminishing returns are so great that that was it. No, I personally don't think so. I just think we're in a lull. But when we're in a lull like this and the sentiment gets low, we start thinking about what ifs. What if that was the peak, or what if we look back and realize that was the end with these 5 red weekly candles that we've never had in a bull market. Maybe that is something that we shouldn't overlook or shouldn't not talk about because we don't want to admit it, right? So caring not for bears nor bulls, I look at this and it makes an impression on me, and so like when we have these 3 in a row here, it's another huge bearish indicator. Like let's go back here. Can we back to this old bull run? The bull run of 2020. Yes. So if you see here, this bull run, okay, we had 2, right? Then 2 weeks, and then we kept on going. And then up at the top here, we had 2, kept on going, 2, kept on going, 2, and then we had that weird whatever the hell happened in the last bull market with this double peak. And then we had 3, and I'd argue that it's 4 with a little blip of a green. And then looking back, we can now say, oh, that was a huge indicator. 4 red candles that we hadn't seen in a bull market. Turned out that was probably the best indicator that she was over. Now, doesn't mean it's going to happen like that now, but it is a nice comparison to put in the old bear chapeau and think about while you're doing nothing, sitting in your chair, looking at the window, thinking about your old days of poker and what that could possibly mean. D Fresh over on Rumble says he never really played poker but liked blackjack for a time. Yeah, I played blackjack when I got off the cruise ship. I was a dealer on a cruise ship, and then I came back and I played double deck with I've told this story with the drug dealers bankroll, and had a great summer. That was the summer doldrums. I guess that was probably 2002. Wow, 20 years ago. Come on, I guess so. 20 years ago. And if we like to watch economic paint dry as much as I do, here we are, the monthly chart. Look at June. Not as bad as April. I mean, if there's anything to be thankful for, it wasn't as bad as April. Now, if you look at these wicks, we are having a nice little rounded bottom. That's a hell of a support line at 61.1. And oh yeah, there's something on the Wookie I wanted to take a look at. Yes, so here's a very important price. So speaking of bearishness, one thing we don't want to see anymore in this weekly chart, we do not want a weekly close below 61.3. So let's put that in 61.3. 61.3. We do not want 61.3 to close. And that is right under the 38.2% fib, because that will officially put in a lower low. And once we start with the lower lows, maybe this whole extension comes down here. We don't really want to see that. We want higher highs from now on. This was this hammer candle that signals continued bullish prowess. That was nice. This shows that right here, as you can see with all these wicks, that the bulls do come back. This is 58. The bulls like to come back at this level. So it's confidence for the market that is a significant bottom. Now we don't want to retest it. We don't want to retest it. Are we feeling confident that we did it a couple times? Yeah. Do we want to retest it? No. We want we want to move on. We want to move on. We do not want to close. So if, and I say if, we have another crummy week and we see price action dip down, just keep your peepers on that 61.3. We do not want to close below 61.3. She's no good. And then as you can see here, we are just, as you zoom out, because we have nothing better to do in the summer but to zoom out. You can see this is just the cup and handle. It's a perfect little cup and handle. It's also a bull flag, but all these patterns are patterns onto itself. Like it's the wing. The bull flag is the wing, if it were, of the cup and handle. They all do the same thing. We're just building that out. We kind of rounded this little thing very nicely. And if we break out, once we hit all-time highs again, which could it be in July? I don't know. I would like to see some price movement right now. We're only at 62.9. So here's the thing. 62.9. It's a lot better than where we were last week. I know it's not saying much, but what would you rather be at? 60K, white knuckling it? Oh my God, we can't break 60K. Be nice if we had that rally today. The interesting thing about these bull runs is that each day, there might be only a dozen. I would say in 2024, how crazy is this? This is what I don't like. 2024, but holy smokes, heaven the Murgatroyd, it's the back end already. We just did half of 2024. That's crazy. I don't like that. Time is moving too fast. Fish and I are always back and forth on Fridays. It's like, it's Friday again. All of a sudden, it's just Friday. These weeks go by so fast. So Duke's out of school, so now it's back to daddy daycare. I got to take him on all my errands and take him to the squash club. That's fun, though. I mean, that to me, it's a luxury to have that time with your kids when they're young. I mean, what is it? What is the option that I had a 9-to-5 job and he's got to go into, I don't know, where I don't even know what he would do. I mean, it's just an option that I don't really think about. So he gets to come with his dad wherever I go, which isn't a lot. I usually just go to the squash club, maybe get the car washed, those boring things. So 63K would be nice to get over. Are we at 60? No, 63K. I got two different charts going here. They're both different. And so you never know. If we get some rally today, we got, do we have the minutes, the FOMC minutes this week, I think? Old Scotch on the Rocks, Booze Breath, Jerry Papal might be having a couple words today too. Or is it tomorrow? I don't know. Something like that. Anyway, that might move the market. But what I was saying before is that the last half of 2024, if there is about a dozen or a baker's dozen of days of green monster candles, I think we only have about, I would say 4 or 5 in 2024. Now, to a certain degree, that's very unexciting because we have 6 months. So that's like less than 1 day a month where we'll have these unbelievable pumps. It's not enough. It's not enough to get the serotonin going. I need a dopamine hit more than once every 40 days. And that's in a normal bull market. Who knows? We may get we may get the bull market of all bull markets. Now, this has kind of been a little bit of a bearish stream because I've been talking about some what ifs. But, every time the boat gets, I remember leading up to the bull market, man, everyone was talking about the most insane bull market of their life, right? I even said it. It's going to be and then as those sayings start stacking up, as I see everyone stacking up, people that I know, live people that I talk crypto with, when they start saying it, then I see it online and I see all the talking heads that have their own channel and create their content saying it. I'm like, guy, Jesus, I'm not sure if I'd like to be stacked that much. I'm still going to optimistically, heartbreakingly optimistically subscribe to it. You know, you gotta until we have confirmation that it's not going to be the bull run of all bull runs. Well, you might as well hope it's going to be, right? I'm hoping it's going to be. And then you just let it play out. But the key is vitamin P, patience. We just got to sit here, wait it out, wait for those big moves. Is it 4? Is it 8? Is it 12 between now and 2025? Will we get 12 massive green candles? I don't know. It'd be nice. Sure would be nice. I don't think Duke's coming down. I think he might be sleeping. He's in his mind. He thinks that it's summer holidays and he can stay up late, right? And like I think to myself, stay up late. You're just a kid. You don't get to stay up late. And then I think back to my life. I'm like, oh yeah, I tried to stay up as late as possible. Like, remember the idea of all-nighters? I'm going to pull an all-nighter. I'm going to stay up all night. Always serious mistakes. So now he's let me see if I'll give him one shot. Whoa, that's not the one. That's supposed to be. Too risky. I don't want to press a button and think I'm muting it and scream into the mic. Anyway, we'll call it a day there. Make sure if you haven't joined the Discord, hop onto it. There's the cord there from old Dutchie. And get on there. I always will put the link to all the live streams in there. So YouTube, YouTube, she doesn't like notify everybody. It's almost like we got ourselves a little summer Bitcoin sleeper shadow ban going on. So if you're in the Discord, you can enjoy the feed before it comes out. You can also see all the videos of people putting their stickers on bus shelters and what have you. Things like that, make these summer doldrums a little bit more bearable. Then again, it's a perfect opportunity to get out there and get some sun. The ultimate giver of health and healing. Get out there and get that sun. Not worry about the pumps. The pumps will come. Let the sun come down. Heal yourself and then get ready for perhaps, maybe, fingers crossed, heartbreakingly optimistic, the bull run of our lifetime. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this